This is Fox's down B, Reflector, or as it's known in the community, Shine. And it is undoubtedly one of the best moves in Smash history. In Melee, of course. In that game, the move came out frame 1, was way stronger, and most importantly, you could jump cancel the move, which in tandem with wave dashing, allows for all of the crazy Melee shenanigans that make Fox the best character in that game. In Ultimate, though, yeah, this move is usually considered one of the less good moves in Fox's kit, or sometimes even outright bad, as unfortunately, the move's cracked jump cancel property has been removed in every iteration of the franchise after Melee. In Brawl, the move could at least be used as a useful stall, as you could spam the move off stage over and over again, allowing for some pretty good recovery mix-ups and landing mix-ups. And Smaforsh is not a real game, so I refuse to talk about it, but in Ultimate, you can only stall once, and the move has a hefty amount of N-lag, meaning that, most of the time, you either use it for its intended purpose to reflect projectiles, or yeah, you pretty much just die. In addition, Shine was also slightly nerfed in terms of raw frame data in Ultimate, as now it comes out frame 3 instead of 1, and its invincibility only comes out on frame 2. However, just because of these slight nerfs, doesn't mean the move is useless. See, Shine is actually kind of broken, it's just that it's on Fox, a top 10 character in the game, so the move can get overlooked considering how broken his other features are. Fox is a rushdown character, and what that means is he likes to get in your face with his fast buttons and broken speed, and while he has a projectile, it's usually terrible outside of forcing minor chip damage, which is actually really good, but that's for a whole other video. Fox isn't exactly a camper's character. He runs in, forces advantage state onto you, or dies trying. So what does Shine have to do with any of this? You could reflect projectiles for sure, but aside from your opponent just being an idiot, what utility does the move have on a character that could just as easily move around or parry projectiles? Well, a whole lot actually. Remember how I said earlier that Shine could be cancelled in this game? Well, turns out I did this little thing called lying. Shine actually can be cancelled just as long as it comes into contact with any projectile, as early as frame 1, apparently. To balance this, the devs thought ahead and made it so that Fox can only cancel Shine into a roll, spot dodge, or a jump. Unfortunately for you guys though, Fox has the shortest short hop fast fall of any character in the game at 18 frames, meaning that the punishment for being forced to jump for Fox is like taxing the rich. Fox's Shine stall is fairly well known in this game, but there are a couple of quirks that make it actually worth using. For one, it has invincibility on frame 2, letting it be a really good escape option in Combo Breaker. Most characters in this game have frame 3 escape option in their air dodge as their fastest Combo Breaker. However, some cheater characters, like Fox, have a frame 2 air dodge. And while having one frame 2 escape option is already good enough, Fox now has 2 of them thanks to Shine. And, unlike an air dodge, it stalls you in the air and has a hitbox, making Fox one of very few characters capable of panic reversals under the right circumstances. The move also uniquely gives a little boost after getting hit, and while I have no idea why this happens, it's certainly useful, as resetting your momentum post-tumble is a huge deal for Fox as a character with an otherwise poor disadvantage state. Also, the move is still Shine, so against certain characters like Mega Man or Mr. Game & Watch that would otherwise pressure normal characters with a projectile on an advantage state, Fox gets an invincible reversal option that completely ignores that issue. If there's one thing that Smash players can agree on, it's that the hypest thing you can do to someone in Smash is spike someone. The sheer dopamine rush from robbing your opponent at 40 has literally transcended generations. But it's not just flashy, the ability to rob someone off stage is immensely useful as well. While edgeguarding has kind of fallen out of Ultimate's meta, virtually every single top tier in the game is some way to cheese you off stage and rob your stock in mere seconds. And as it turns out, having a spike is a great way to do that, as it grants your character some awesome cheese factor. Don't believe me? Well, let's use an example of a character who doesn't have a spike, say Young Link, a character that I honestly forget is in this game sometimes. He's a fantastic character with a well-rounded set of slightly overtuned options, yet for some reason he's never really seen prominent top-level results in this game. Why? Well, a multitude of reasons, but a big one is that he's way too honest. Sure, maybe not in neutral, he has 3 excellent projectiles and really safe moves, but he doesn't really have a way to outright rob you like the super top tiers of this game. So unless he hits a really hard read, Young Link isn't ending your stock below 60. And while Fox would probably be a much better character regardless of Shine, his Shine Spike is that X factor that allows for him to cheese with the best of them. Best of all, while the move is only active for a frame, it still has that one frame of invincibility in the air, enabling you to literally cheat with proper timing. Coupled with Fox's best fast fall speed in the game and pretty solid double jump, and you have a solid edge guard that lets you rob your opponents as low as 0%. The only issue is, if you miss, you're Fox off stage. But what if there was a solution? What if you didn't have to go off stage? What if you could... It's a thing. While this may seem really good, it's only really for style points, as your opponent is going to be so close to the stage when the shine hits that it's only really all that good for catching double jumps towards stage. And even then, you probably have to go for a flashy play afterwards. Probably another shine. So while it could be good if your opponent has a predictable or really bad up B, it's usually useless. But what about something that's really useless? What about... Shine footstool out of shield may be the single most useless smash tech I barely know how to do. Here's how it works. You footstool out of shield with what feels like a frame perfect timing, and instead of going for a move like up B, which does 36% or worst case deletes half of your opponent's shield, you go for a move that does 4% and maybe get a tech chase off of it. The move does have a really funny use against bad ledge trappers though, as if you're truly goated, you could cheese the fuck out of Donkey Kong with frame perfect timing. And there's a reason why I said Donkey Kong, because this tech is very character specific, and way more than footstool up B. Shine tech chasing is kinda cool though. It's a complete gimmick because Fox's other aerials are usually way better at setting up this situation. But Shine's unique low knockback could lead to some options that you otherwise wouldn't really get at high percentages, where Fox could sometimes struggle to kill. Or you could just spam back air.